Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to discuss about Python file handling, which is our last topic. And by end of today's video, you should be able to understand what is a file and how you will manipulate files by using different kind of file operations in your applications. So without delay guys, let us start. So let us start with file handling. Guys, what is a file? Just think as an example that you guys are having food every day, right? Indian specifically, like everybody is eating rice. So a rice is getting cooked in a large container, right? So consider that that container is a CPU, is your memory. Okay. Then you are taking some rice in a plate, right? So that plate is your external file where the memory is getting allocated to save some data. So that particular external file is called your a particular file where you are allocating some memory which will stay there for some time. Consider that you are manipulating with data, right? You are deleting, you are adding data, you are appending data, you are closing the file. So these are the different kind of operations you are performing. Similarly, that container where you are eating rice, that is again you are eating rice, right? With the plate, you are doing so many kind of operations. So if we relate, it's a kind of relatable, right? So consider that a file is a particular type of place where the data is getting saved externally and that too for permanent, like it is getting saved there permanently, right? Until and unless you will not change the data. So that is nothing but a file concept. So what are the different kind of operations guys we are performing in file? In file, we can create a file, right? We can open, we can read, we can write, we can close, right? So these are the different kind of operations we are performing. So why do we need a file name, guys? Consider that you want to keep some 100 lines of code, right? You need to save. See, every CPU, like each and every CPU, they are allocating some memory for each and every process. When you are running the program at that time as well, they are allocating some memory to run that. Otherwise, it is open, like it's a central processing unit. They will always handle each and every operation whatever is happening in your system. So if we see in that case, if we need some external place where you have to save some data, right? So there is your file concept comes, and that is why you need a file, right? So once a file is getting saved, it is getting saved permanently. Permanent effect, like permanently that file is getting saved. And once a file is saved, the memory it consumed is again on, like it's a physical memory it is consumed, right? So that is why like once it is getting consumed, it is not going to consumed again and again, correct? Then we can, for any kind of input and output of data, we can modify that file, right? Then we can automate by using that file, correct? Like we are writing applications to automate only, right? To automate our task. Similarly, we have something called file open. So all these things I have like we will understand in code, but just see the syntax. We are using open, right? I mean, for opening a file, we are creating open method, like open function. Then and these are the different kind of modes of file, right? When like you will see the syntax whenever you're writing, like if you want to read a file, then you have to write R mode beside your file name. You have to keep a R mode there. Similarly, for writing, you have to give W mode. Similarly, for appending, if you want to add some more text in your existing file, or it will be A mode, right? Similarly, here this plus mode is there. This plus mode is for, consider that you want to do both operations like read and write operation. You might have seen, right, when you'll right click on your any file, if you right click on it, you should be able to see in properties in what mode that file is. Below that there is a two checkboxes. One will be read only, one will be read and write only. So two checkboxes. You need to click on those checkboxes based on your requirement. So that is how your read and write operations are happening. Write and read operations are happening. Append and read operations are happening, right? So you can achieve by you clicking by writing R plus W plus A plus like that. Similarly, we had read operation. If you write read dot read file dot read, then it will read all the content of that file, right? Similarly, we have write method. See, if you want to write something, what do you mean by write? I am writing some content in my file. That is my write operation, correct? So what we have understood, guys, we have understood open, like you can open the file. You can read like by using read method, you can read the file. Read means what? It will read content line by line content. Okay? We can by using write method, you can write the content there. Then we have something called close. Close should be your final method because you want to close the file by end of the thing, right? Every thing has something called closing. Even if you are opening a database connection, you have to close that, right? So that is how you have closed. So here I have written one simple example. Like, see, it is opening a file. It is reading that file. Again, it is printing the whatever the content is available in that file. Then I'm again writing something there, which is going to be added in that. Then again I'm closing that file. So there is again one more concept. If you want, this is this is by using with keyword, with open. So here, right, you can use with keyword and you can basically we are using this syntax only, not this. This is a majorly syntax you will see and which you are writing for file handling. With open. With open, you can put the file name, comma, the type like what is the format or what is the mode you want. It's RWA, SFO. Like you want to give a LIS name, right? LIS. LIS means you want to say that, okay, my file type is, this is my file name, or you can say like this, my file name. Then you want to save these content in some placeholder, right? Like in some place, in some variable. So I'm giving a read content there and I want to read that file, right? Then we want to print the content. So with this approach, right, we do not have to close the file, as closing the file is a good practice. With this approach, you don't have to close the file. But with this approach, you have to close the file because you are opening it and you are closing it. But with this approach, you don't have to close the file. Then I have taken some comparison like what is what, like between R and R plus, W and W plus, A and A plus. So what is R and R plus, guys? R is nothing but a read mode. R plus is read and write mode. So in read mode, you can simply read the content, like I already said, right? But in read and write mode, what it will do, it will write the existing file with the new data and read the content at the same time. Like you don't have to do two things separately. Both the things will happen at the same time. And at the same time, it will throw an error if file is not found. Consider that you start writing the file, right? First, it will write the data and it will read the data, right? So first, it will not be able to find the file. Then it will give you file not found error, and you know the drill, right? You just need to send you the exception in that case. So most of the times in case of file handling, you will get file not found error. That is the one exception which majorly you will be getting. Rest, it is not needed. Just remember this file not found error you will be getting, and you need to handle it. And contents will not be truncated here. Truncated means contents, like whatever the contents are there, right? It will not be wiped out because read is your first operation and write is your second operation. So what will happen? First, it will open the file, will read by line by line. If you want to write something, you can just write f4.write, then it will write the content. Then after that, it will close the file. So with that, my content and like whatever the contents are there, it will start from starting. And how we are achieving by using seek pointer. Like there is something called seek in this file.seek, and we have to put the pointer position there. Pointer position means here it reads character by character, right? It reads by character by character. So if you'll give a pointer position, it will always point from the static, and by default in read and write mode, it will always start from it will point always from the starting. It will not point from the end. But in case of W and W plus, if you write it, it will always point from the end, not from the start. So in this case, you have to use seek method to to point it from start. Like how you have to point. You have to point from the first character. So you have to write for file name dot seek. Inside that, you need to give pass 1, because it has to point to the first position of the character, and it will start writing and after that reading, right? So that is how you double and W plus difference. And A and A plus, again, append mode and append and read. So append mode means it will just keep append, then after that you have to write again one more operation. You need to write dot read, and it has to read the content. You have to save it in a base like variable, and you need to pass that, print that variable, so it will print done. But in case of append and read mode, what will happen? If file already exists, it will add and point the content to the last position. Always append means it will always point to the last position. But if you want to, again, if you want to point to the first position, what do you have to do? You have to write dot seek, and you have to enter the first character, because it has to read from the first character. So that is all, guys. For let us go through our coding part. I had written there. Let us see that. So guys, you can see here, this is a Google Colab platform, right? This is a Google Cloud Lab, or Jupyter Lab, you can say. So what exactly I want to say here, in future in data science videos, I'm going to show you that, okay, how to read the CSV file, how to load the CSV file. So all those things I'll show you. So before that, this is just a glimpse I'm showing you here, that you can come and create your files, or if you have already CSV files, you can come and you can put it here. So this is how you will upload your file. So this is how you'll upload your file, right? So similarly, I have created a summary.txt file just to show you an example. So if you see my first example here, I'm opening a file, my summary text. See how I'm opening a file. F equal to, I'm keeping a file in a variable. I'm saving that in a variable. Then I'm opening a file in a read mode. Okay? Then I'm reading the content and saving it again in a variable content. So, and I'm printing that content. Then let me see what exactly. Okay, so it is printing. This is Python class. This is file and read class. So let us see what exactly is present in. So this is how you can open the file, and you can see anytime if you want, guys. That's not a restriction at all. So you can see I'm able to open a file, and this is what is available, and I'm able to read the file correctly. And these are few properties, guys. If you'll see, if I want to print the file name, I can write f.name. If I want to know the mode of file, you can just write f.mode. If you want to know whether file is open or closed, you can write f.closed. So it is going to give you true or false. Let me see. There is nothing called open. So we have closed only. There is nothing called open. I just want to show you. Yeah. So this is how you're reading and knowing the properties. Now let us see another example. Here, this example, guys, you want to read the particular few lines of your text or text file. So what I did, I have taken a method and I want to pass a file name and I want to read the lines, right? These are the two operations I have to do. So I have taken like that. Then this is something called ITER tools. ITER tools again, it's a library, and this is a what I can say. This is a method which will take the iterables and the steps and all these things inside that. So I have taken that from ITER tools. Import is slice. So with open, see guys, I have used open like with and open. With open file name, this is my file name I have passed as F. For line in each slice, F lines 1. This is a step I am keeping, but right now I don't have much line, but you can keep like this. You can keep 1 or you can keep 2 like this. This is your steps. But right now I don't have any much line of code. So what I did, for like, this is iterating guys. For loop, right? I'm looping it and I want to print the different lines. But what it has to print, I have to provide how many lines I want to show. I have thousands of lines. I want to show only 100 lines. This is how you can achieve it, right? So, and this is how next you will call that method, right? This is a method you have taken. You have to call that method. You have to pass it. And I want to print only one line because I have 2 lines. I want to print one line. So let me show you the output here. See, it is printing me the first line or the one line which I have. If I want to print 2 lines, let me see what it is. It is giving me 2 lines, right? So if we'll see the file, correctly it is printing, correct? Right? So yeah, let us go to another example. And this is how, like what I said, right? With and open, you don't have to close the file. It will happen internally. So this is a good practice of writing your code, guys. You need to always follow with keyword. Like if you want to open with open, then as file, with open as file. That is the syntax, right? It's easy. It's easy and understandable at the same time. With open, summary text as file. I want to give a name as file. I want to read the content. So this is how you have to read the content, right? It is reading the content. So this is how you will run the file, and this is a better practice of writing code. I have written the code yesterday night only, guys. So I don't know. I'm just running it now. Okay. The flow of file operations should be as below. So I have written some points. So I mean, it will be easier for you to understand like what are the steps in it. All of us take a file. You have to open a file. You have to read a file, either read mode or write mode. And by default mode always, guys, for each file is always a read mode. So if you write R, it will run. If you not write R, in that case also it will run. So without R, it will run because R is your default mode. R is your default mode in each and every file operation. So first you have to read open the file. You have to read the content. If you want to write the additional content, you have to write the additional content. You can add the lines. You can save the file, or you can like it's append, right? That you can read the file again and you can close the file. That is how is the operation, right? That is what the flow: open, read, write, close. Open, read, write, close. Then this is one more example. See what I did here. I have taken a file, okay? I have taken the same file. I'm adding a line, adding another line for Python as it is interpreter friendly. Let me just, comment it. Okay. We'll see. We'll see about this, what exactly is happening. We'll see each and every example. Then after writing, I'm reading the file. Okay. I'm reading the file and I'm closing the file. Similarly here, another example I have taken. I'm opening the file in append mode. This is append mode. This is write mode. I'm showing you each and every example. On the top, I have shown you read mode. So this is write mode. This is append mode. So I'm adding the line. That means I'm appending a line. What it will happen, guys? It will append in end of the file. Whatever the last line is there, after that only it will append. But write, what is the difference? Write means what it will do? It will, like, if there is no content in the file, right? It will wipe that everything. If you have some content, it will wipe everything. It will rewrite the file, right? That is our write operation. So most of the times you have to be very cautious while performing these operations. You should know the differences. Append means it will append at the last line. Write means it will, if content is there, it will wipe the content. It will create a new content until and unless you will not read the file. So yeah, let us run one by one. Let's see what it's. See? Okay. Now let me open the file and see what are the. Okay. See, guys, you can see the first line, right? The first line, whatever the, like, I had some two lines like this, right? Like this is Python class, this is file named in class. So it wiped out and it has printed this first line. In the second append mode, what happened? It just appended another line by below this. I have shown you, right? So the same thing I have explained you, and finally I have closed the file, right? So this is how your write and append works. Now let us see these three modes: add plus, W plus, and A plus. Again, guys, one more example I have taken, and if one more, I'll explain. So here, what I did, I have opened a file in read and write mode. R plus means read and write mode. You are writing some content here. Then what I did, I am reading the content and I am closing the file, or I am printing the content. Let me run this. What exactly? Summary. Yet another file here. Or let me just change the file name here. Let's see what exactly. We have summary dot text, right? Sorry. Let me run this. Yeah. See, guys, let us understand one after another what is happening. Okay. So in the first line, we are opening a file in read and write mode. So first it will read, like it will start reading. Then after that, it will write these two lines. It will write these two lines. Then after that, we are reading the content, we are printing that. But there is a catch. What is the catch? I am writing something called seek. So whenever I'm writing seek, guys, before reading, right? Before reading, whenever I'm writing seek, at that moment itself, it will start pointing to the first character, or like the first point, first place. First place means is the starting character before that, right? It will go there, and I already have a line, adding another line for Python as it is interpreter friendly, right? But it has not written after this. However, it has written before this. That means with seek, if I'm using seek, my pointer is always pointing to the first line. It won't go to the last line. It is like by default, it is not the last line. By default, it is the first line. It has to, it is pointing. This is one example. This is R plus. Now let us see W plus. You will get a more clarity here. Again, guys, I have written another file, and let us see what exactly. See what exactly is happening here. Whatever the content available, right? Whatever the content available, it has wiped out. Write operation, you have to do it very carefully, because it will always wipe all the content and it will start writing the line. In case if you want to save your file, then you can create another file here like this. You don't have to utilize the same file. You can create another file and you can start reading the file. Okay. See, it has created another file here. You can see here, I'm just showing the pointer mouse. So what I want to tell here, guys, here that write operation, you have to do it very carefully. Instead, you can take append operation. You can do append. You can append means always it will add the lines at the end, and you will be separate side. You will not lose your data. That's what I want to convey. Then we have something called A plus. A plus again, it's append and read, right? A means it is append. A plus means it is append and read. So again, with open, we have summary.txt. Let us see. Let us see in the example. See what exactly is happening. This is Python file handling class. This is very helpful. Then we have, see, before this, do we have anything? Yeah, see, what is happening? It has appended these two lines on the existing line. See, we already have, let me like this. So we already have these two lines. Again, it has appended two more lines, right? That means the pointer, even though like by default, the pointer of your file is always at the last line. It's not the first line. But if for reading, we start reading from here. That's why you're using seek pointer. Seek pointer means it is always going to point from start and it will start reading from there. Not going to be like this only. It will start reading from the start, right? So that is all, guys. And like I have already mentioned, the exception handling is nothing but a file not found error always you will get, and you need to handle it. So that is all, guys, for file handling. So that is all, guys. We have covered everything, whatever is needed for Python. We will go ahead on data science from our next video. Thanks for watching. Start subscribing, like, comment, share your feedback, and hit the bell icon for all kind of latest updates. Thank you. Have a great week ahead. See you. Bye.